What is up? What is good, everybody? Wolf's here, and I am getting set and ready to talk about a heated issue. Not controversial, just heated, just because people are so passionate and love the franchise so much. That's right. We're doing a Let's Talk video on Call of Duty and whether or not, you know me. I love Call of Duty. I'm a big fan of it myself also. I've played every Call of Duty since COD 4. I know there's a lot of people out there like, well, why haven't you played 1, 2, 3 and the other little spin-off ones before that also in the World War II era? There is a reason. It's just I didn't have the console to play it back then. But sooner or later, I will get my hands on copies of the old Call of Duties because I want to actually play through them. Anyways, so we're talking about future Call of Duties, where they should go, what they should be, what time saying they should be in, what they should feature, and all that stuff. So let's talk about it. So when I see the COD 4 remastered trailer, to me, myself, I'm sitting there thinking, hey, you know what? Modern day might not be so bad to go back to. Infinite Warfare looks like, sorry Activision, but it really does look like it's going to bomb. I think the single player, people are going to really want to check it out. They're going to want to see what's there. They're going to probably play it for, like 10 minutes and then say, I'm going to head over to COD 4 remastered multiplayer. Infinite Warfare, this is going to be really, really funny to see because okay, so they're Activision and Infinity Ward are going to be pushing the Infinite Warfare multiplayer so hardly in esports because that's what keeps the game afloat. Now, on top of that, everybody hates Infinite Warfare. I guess including the pros also. I think there's a lot of people that are like, I've played Black Ops 3. I don't mind the wall running. This could be cool. New maps, new guns, etc., etc., as we've always seen before. But here's the thing though. Can they possibly, for the fans' sake, instead of having it just Infinite Warfare maps, could we see a split of Infinite Warfare and COD 4 in tournaments for Call of Duty at the same time on the esports level? That should be interesting to see if they maybe will do something like that. It would change the game up a lot for the next tournaments coming up for the next season of Call of Duty tournaments. Could be something really cool to check out. So now, when you bring Call of Duty, so after Infinite Warfare, my gut feeling in this is that we're going to go back to modern day times. The space age stuff is going to probably be put to rest because we've been doing it for a few years. So it's like, okay, well, that was the trend of, a couple years ago. So let's go back to modern day times. Now, if they bring it back to modern day times, I have the perfect idea for it, which has not been done in a few years now, and I really would love to see it come back because I thought it was one of the strongest genre of military, combat games out there, which is take Call of Duty, give it the formula that Medal of Honor was going on with real-world stories, real-world soldiers telling, like I said, the real stories of real actual events and everything. Bring it back to actual guns that you can find on, on gun shop websites and stuff, like actual weapons that people use modern day right now. Maybe some of the technology also, but definitely keep it modern day. Maybe stuff that's in research and development for like a couple years from now, not 10 or 15 or whatever, because, research and development weapons and technology will change very dramatically and very drastically over a few years time. If you've been in development on a game for 3 years, that technology is probably going to be outdated by the time the game comes out. So pretty much I would say just stick to what the military has been using for years and decades and all that stuff. So like I said, modern day times with actual real stories, and then it gets to tell the side of stories from soldiers' points of view, something that Medal of Honor did, but on a Call of Duty scale, have it the Call of Duty feel. I'm not saying switch up game mechanics and make it like Arma 3 where it's super realistic or anything. No, keep it the Call of Duty feel. just bring it into the feeling and the look of the, real stories of modern day stuff. Like we have seen, like 13 Hours just came out. You got Zero Dark 30. There was also, I think it was Melvar that had the map with, Osama bin Laden, the raid on his compound. You have the 13 Hours compound, that the American ambassador was in and everything, and that whole like city block. That could be 2 maps right there for a game. The Bin Laden raid, that's another map that's already been made into in another game, so it can definitely be done. There's just different things and stories that we've not even heard of that were probably classified for the last 10 years or something. Like there's millions of stories out there by hundreds of millions of soldiers, whatever. So you pick the best ones. Maybe they haven't even been written in books or anything like that. Just movies always take from a book that was written from a soldier, and then they make it into a movie script, and then that gets pushed out to studios and everything. A game, you can put multiple. I mean, you got 12 hours to work with in a game, so take all that stuff and throw it into a Call of Duty, one of the best, biggest selling game franchises in the world. I mean, it feels like a no-brainer to do this stuff, really. I don't know. I really like the look, the sound, the feel of a modern day Call of Duty with realistic stuff in it. And I think a lot of other people, everybody that's watching this video that has complained about Call of Duty being in the future, this is a very, very lucrative way of making the franchise new again, reinvigorating it with real stories instead of just made up, events that are maybe based off from real stuff or whatever. Because I feel if you have real events in a game, also it puts more of an awareness out for what the soldiers have been through, what their families have been through. Like if you watch even just a trailer for Medal of Honor Warfighter, you're feeling what the family back home feels, because the guy that you play as keeps going over and doing tours overseas and everything, and it tears his family apart. I mean, it's just the little things like that you could definitely work with and add into the game. It would be really, really awesome and amazing to see Activision and the developers underneath Activision actually look at that stuff. I think it would bring a lot more respect back to Call of Duty. And as I was saying, multiplayer, definitely keep the multiplayer as what we know and love, with the true, competitive multiplayer that esports has, been building around and everything. But bring it, as I said, once again, bring it, to the fold with the modern day stuff. And it might even make the game feel a little more realistic in a way, because you have, this modern day stuff that you have seen on the news, that you have seen soldiers use, and that you could actually technically go down to a gun shop and use that same weapon. It just, I don't know, it just feels like it patches everything together. It's like this, pieces of this really, really cool puzzle that's just sitting there that they're not using, or that they could use to make, something on a grander scale. I don't know. This is just, my thoughts on where Call of Duty could go and what it could do to really light the fire back underneath it. Because so far, it really feels like other games are going to be taking over Call of Duty's spot. They can easily take it back, because I know that the fan base is still there. That's the reason why everybody's so mad that when Call of Duty goes, we're going to space, everybody's like, no, why is this happening? It's because that is passion, that is fan love for the series. It's just like Street Fighter. When everybody got mad about that, it's like, yes, because you're passionate and you want the game to be so good. It's not that you absolutely hate the game. It's because you want it to be really good. Anyways, that was the Let's Talk. Some thoughts and definitely some possible, ways that they can go with the franchise and things that they can do to make it better. So, if you liked the video, hit that thumbs up. You can share it around. And as always, of course, if you subscribe to the channel, it's going to make sure that you stay tuned for all new videos coming soon.